Let's see the hands-on equations approach to consecutive integer problems. I will take an example from the hands-on equations verbal problems book. So this is from page 42, example 3. If three consecutive odd numbers add up to 15, find the numbers. This is an example you could give to your students as early as the 5th grade. So we need to understand that consecutive numbers differ by 2. For example, 3, 5, and 7 would be consecutive odd numbers. So would 9, 11, and 13. So in order to do that by hands-on equations, the first step is to represent all of the numbers. So if the first number is represented by a pawn, the next number is a pawn and a 2, and the next number is a pawn and a 4. Since you're told that the sum of the numbers are 15, we're going to place all the numbers on the left side of the scale. This is the first number, pawn. This is the second number, pawn and 2. And this is the third number, pawn and 4. And their sum is 15. Now, when you solve this equation, you'll see that the pawn is worth 3. And therefore, the numbers would be 3, 5, and 7. And if you add them up, you get 15. So that would be one approach, the simplest approach to solving this problem. But there are other ways of solving this problem. For example, the first number doesn't have to be a pawn. It could be a pawn and a 1, in which case the second number would be 2 larger than that, which would be what? A pawn and a 3, and the one after that would be a pawn and a 5. And so this then is the new representation. Now, if you solve this equation, you're going to get that the pawn is worth 2, but the answer is still the same because the first number is a pawn and a 1. So that would be 3. So we get the same answer. So notice that we learned that a problem may be represented in many different ways. However, all correct representations, correctly solved, will yield correct solutions. Now, let's show the relationship between the hands-on equations approach and the traditional abstract approach to show you how easily the students transfer from one to the other. So in solution number 2, we said let the first number be a pawn and a 1. In a traditional solution, we say let the first number be an x and a 1. The second one would be an x and a 3. The second one is x and a 5. And then notice how the equation, the abstract equation, matches the concrete equation. This would be x plus 1, x plus 3, and x plus 5 is equal to 15. So students can think about hands-on equations as they solve symbolically. So as they solve this symbolically, they combine their x's, they get 3x plus 9 equals 15. You subtract a 9th constant from each side, and so the pawn is worth 2. So the hands-on equations verbal problems book is very helpful in introducing students in the middle grades to verbal problems. Thank you.